of New Republic School in Salinas, California. Welcome to our celebration of Dr. Seuss, Read Across America. Please enjoy your evening.
I will see that they learn. My dog Beans hasn't learned how to sit, Tilly said, and he hasn't learned how to jump over the creek. Oh, Mr. King said, and my little brother hasn't learned how to swing or skip. Oh, Mr. King said. And I, Tilly said, but you go to school, Mr. King said, to our fine, fine school. True, Tilly said, but I haven't learned how to climb very high in my tree, and I haven't learned how to sit in my tree for a whole hour.
Eric says that instead of a car, she drives a garbage truck to the school. Here's the old garbage truck. Yeah, I don't think our cafeteria lady drives like that.
There was an old lady who swallowed like, what about you? She had a spider and a fly, now she's gonna swallow one of these birds. They better run. Okay, here's the bird. I know, here's my bird. How absurd, she swallowed a bird. She swallowed the bird to catch the spider, she swallowed the spider to catch the fly. She swallowed the fly, perhaps she'll die. She'll leave us high.
I don't know why she swallowed a bat.
Hey, over here.
An enormous crocodile. It was 3 times bigger than the other crocodile. It was so big that it wanted the whole pool for itself. The other crocodiles were too slow getting out. So the enormous crocodile opened its jaws that were twice as big as Patrick and gobbled them all up. Patrick backed away. We didn't see the monkeys yet.
¿Por qué el cero es nada? ¿Y por qué una pasa muy pasa sabe a basura? Fin, concluyó Lee. Por culpa del cuento, tuvo que permanecer sentada en la silla de los castigos durante...
When it got easier to run to the corner and back, Dex did it again, and then he dragged a sock filled with sand as he ran. Then 2 socks.
We have a book called City Green, which I'm sure is a very good book, and it's also something that's particularly true about Salinas. One, it's a green, lots of trees, salad bowl of the world, lots of lettuce. Though I grow radicchio, which is red, I think we should eat more red. We have nature, and we're interested in a lot of important green things for the future of the city. So it's a good book. There are green tomatoes, right? All right.
Gracious, she gasped. I've seen you before. Horton looked up, his face white as chalk. He started to speak, but before he could talk, there rang out the noisiest ear-splitting squeaks from the egg that he'd set on for 51 weeks.
The northern lights have seen queer sights, but the queerest they ever did see was that night on the marge of Lake Labarge. I cremated Sam McGee. Now, Sam McGee was from Tennessee. Okay, I'll show you again in a second. Now,
Have him sign it. Have him
tender, sweet young thing? Well, that's the way she thought of herself. And this tender, sweet young thing spent a great deal of time looking in the mirror saying, I am a real little lady. Anybody can tell that. I wear lovely starched cotton dresses with matching ribbons in my curly, curly locks. I wear clean white socks and shiny black patent leather shoes. And I always put just a dab of perfume behind each ear. When she was at the end of the lunch line at school, all she had to say was, ladies first, ladies first. And she'd get right up to the front of the line. Well, her life went on like this for quite a while. And she wound up having a pretty good time. You know, admiring herself in mirrors, always getting to be first in line, and stuff like that. And then one day, she went exploring with a whole group of other people through the wilds of the deep and beastly jungle. As she went along through the tangled trails and the prickly vines, she would say things like, I have got to be careful of my lovely dress and my nice white socks and my shiny, shiny shoes and my curly, curly locks. So would somebody please clear the way for me? And they did. And sometimes she'd say, what do you mean I have to share a mango? There's not enough to go around. Because I was the last one to cross that icky river with all the crocodiles and snakes. No matter how last I am, it's still ladies first, ladies first. So hand over a whole mango, please. And they did. Well, just then, guess what happened? Out of nowhere, the exploring party was seized up, grabbed up by a bunch of hungry tigers. And these tigers tied all the people up and dragged them back to their tiger lair, where they sniffed around, trying to decide what would be the best dinner. How about this one? Said the tiger chief. Nah, too bony, said the other tigers. What about this one? It's got a lot of meat on it. Meaty, but muscly. Oh, for heaven's sakes, don't take all night, said the tiger chief. I never saw such a pack of picky eaters. How about this one, then? It looks tender. It smells nice. In fact, I never saw anything quite like it before. I wonder what it is. I am the tender, sweet young thing, she said. Oh, far out, said the tiger chief. I am also a little lady, and you should know that by my lovely clothes and my lovely smell. And if it's all the same to you, Tiger Tweety, I wish you'd stop licking me. And untie me this instant. My dress is getting mussed. Well, as a matter of fact, we were all just trying to decide who to untie first. Ladies first! Ladies first! And so she was. And mighty tasty, too.
Don't wait for me.